Hi everyone, what's up? This is the end of the day on the 5th of Feb, and what are we looking at? I'm going to talk to you about what we're seeing on the Nifty and a follow up on the video that we released. I think yesterday we released that video yesterday to try and see what is happening on the Nifty, and we're just going to revisit that and get you an idea as to what is going on. So I'm going to go on the 4-hour chart maybe and see what was shared with you. This is what we shared. This was a candle that we were, and this is where we decided to talk about the video on that day. And we have been sideways for the entire last 2 days, including today's action. If you see, we are slowly dragging into that support area that we were talking about. And we saw a little bounce in the morning. We went up, faced resistance, again back in that same zone, and we are still trying to build some kind of a, some kind of a decision in this area. So there's a fight between the bears and the bulls. The bears are trying to push it down. The bulls are holding it back and trying to support this area. Expected behavior. So we might see some more action around this area in the area of support, and then we might see this action happening on the Nifty. Now let's also look at Bank Nifty and let's see what the Bank Nifty is telling us. I haven't prepared my charts for Bank Nifty, so that's a good thing. Well, yeah, this is what is happening on the Bank Nifty. Again, similar story to what we were facing in the Nifty, but I haven't drawn my levels here. But let's do that live so that you know how I calculate what I expect to happen. So I'm going to use this particular tool. No, this is not a tool that I can use. I'm going to use my GAN box tool to give me an idea about what I see as my 50% level. So this is my 50% fib level, right? We are higher up and we see a lot of support here. So on this chart, we were below the 50% level, took a huge jump and went above that 50% level where we are currently lodged, right? And this is the level that is the 50% level. We have taken support somewhere in this area. Now, what can we expect on this chart is what we need to look at. So probably this is what we can expect. We can expect some kind of a tap into this area and then probably move higher back to the top that we formed on the day we had the gap up opening because of the US deal. What is that level is we need to understand what that level is, and this is that level. So basically what's happening is that we are in this area, we're consolidating after this big rise. So whatever profits were generated uh, on this big gap up are being consumed, are being taken in as a consolidation before the next move happens. The market is ingesting, digesting all the gains out of this move is what I feel is happening. Let's go down to a lower time frame and see what happened, what has been happening. Yeah, exactly. The market has been trying to seek support under this level. So this is where the liquidity is. This is where the liquidity is currently, right? And this is where I expect the market to tag, if not once, maybe twice, and then move up. So this is where the liquidity is below this, low. This is where the liquidity is. We could have a sharp reaction down and then a reaction up is the most probable thing that can happen on the Bank Nifty. So we could see some more downward action in the Bank Nifty. And if we check Nifty, similar action in Nifty. So I think nothing much to write home after the last video. It's just that we are in this area and we are consolidating right now before we move to the next swing high. That's the understanding. Now, when does this start all going bad for us is when we start going below this level and then we creep lower to these areas. So that is the red scenario that I would use. So below 59,697 is when we start feeling that, yeah, we probably are not doing what we should be doing. I'm going to remove this old fib level. Yeah, I'm going to remove that. So this is what I expect the market to do. These are the trajectories on Bank Nifty. I've already described the Nifty. And guys, this is what we should be looking forward to use as our decision area. So like we had a support area in Bank Nifty, in Nifty, this is the support area that we can define ourselves with in the Bank Nifty, which is between 59,977 and 59,697. This is the area from where we should seek support and climb higher. That's it for this video, guys. Thanks a lot. Look forward to seeing you again. If you like this, if you like the content, please give it a like and share it with your friends. Do subscribe to the channel if you already haven't. Thanks a lot.